Okay, thanks for coming, everybody. I'd like to open, if I could, with a few remarks. And I make these remarks on behalf of the owner, the board, and everybody at Chelsea Football Club. I'd like to make it clear, on behalf of everyone at the club, our disgust with regards to the incident that took place on the Paris subway on Tuesday evening. We were appalled by what we saw. The club would also like to apologise unreservedly to Solomon for the behaviour of a small number of individuals and their unforgivable actions towards him. We have been cooperating fully with the Met Police and Paris Police in their ongoing investigation, and we will continue to do so. We have also been conducting our own investigation, and all information from that is being shared with those police forces. We announced last night that we have suspended 3 individuals from Stamford Bridge, pending the completion of our investigation. Should evidence show that they are guilty in that incident, then the club will ban them for life. It is only right that we complete our investigation to establish all of the facts of that evening. But we have taken swift and decisive action on the information we have received so far. The people involved in that incident in Paris do not represent Chelsea Football Club. They do not stand for the values of this club, and they have no place at this club. This has been echoed loud and clear by the vast majority of Chelsea supporters. We'd like to thank the many Chelsea fans that have come forward with information in this case. We are a club that is proud of its diversity. We work extremely hard in the game and in our communities to promote equality and fight discrimination of all forms. We are proud to support the work of Kick It Out and Show Racism the Red Card, among other organisations, and we work closely with similar programmes with the Premier League and the FA and others. Now, we don't intend on giving a running commentary on the ongoing investigation, but we will update you on that, as we did last night when there is something substantial to announce. I'm happy to take questions on that, either now or during the course of the next 10 minutes or so. With that, we'll open it up to the floor. Go ahead, please.
Rebecca Barry from ITV News. There is now a campaign to bring Suleiman, the man who was attacked on the metro train, to Stamford Bridge so he can watch a game. Would you support that campaign?
I think you would watch not the game. You would feel what Chelsea is, because in this moment maybe he has a wrong idea of what Chelsea Football Club is. So I don't even know if the gentleman loves football, but for sure he would love to feel that the miserable people that had this action with him is not Chelsea Football Club. This is not Chelsea. They are not Chelsea. Chelsea is the owner, is the board, is the manager, is the players, is the people that works here, is the true Chelsea supporter. So yes, I would support the idea, even not knowing that the gentleman loves football or not, but yes, I would support.
Yes, sir.
Julian Drucker, 5 News. What message have you got to your non-white fans who'll be coming this weekend, who might even think about not coming because of what's happened?
I don't believe they think about not coming. Because I think everybody knows what Chelsea is. Steve, I think, was very clear, and I think all of you don't know even Steve's words to know what our club is, what our club defends, and we feel ashamed, but maybe we shouldn't, because we are not. I refuse to be connected with these people. I'm connected with Chelsea. I'm connected with so many good things this club defends and represents. I left Chelsea in 2007, and I couldn't wait for the moment to be back, and it's not because of people like this that I wanted to be back. So yes, I felt ashamed when I knew what happened, but I repeat, I'm a proud Chelsea Football Club manager because I know what the club is, and these people doesn't represent the club.
How offensive is it that this guy is a minority try and use the captain's name to justify what they're singing and what they're doing?
I can answer that. We're not interested in any excuses or cover stories to try and cover the actions of those individuals the other night. We're not interested in hearing those, and we don't believe that is true.
What has been the reaction of the players? It's obviously a multicultural squad, like all the Premier League teams. What's been the reaction of the players? Have you seen anything?
The reaction of the players is the same reaction as we all had. You know, I had a squad at Chelsea where it was, I think, around 12 or 14 players with African nationality or African connection, and all over these years, this dressing room, even without me in this dressing room, but I can put my stamp on it because it didn't depend of which was the manager here. I'm sure this dressing room was always and always and always a dressing room with big principles of equality. We had everything, absolutely everything. Not just about race, also about religion, about everything. So the dressing room reacted the same way as I react, with disappointment, obviously condemning the situation, obviously supporting the gentleman involved, but always with the feeling that we feel ashamed, but maybe we shouldn't, because we are not these. We don't belong to these people. These people doesn't belong to us. So yes, condemn, and Chelsea since day one, or minute one, not even day one, since minute one after the incident, Chelsea's doing absolutely everything because zero tolerance completely. And a part of that, we have to keep feeling that our club is a great club and our club has no space for this kind of people.
Yes, sir.
Jose, you were quoted last year as saying that there was no racism in football in light of what's happened this week.
I didn't say that. I was asked about clubs choosing players or managers or not choosing because of their race. And that I keep saying, maybe I am naive, but I keep thinking and feeling and saying that no club refuse a top manager or a top player because of his race. This is what I told. I'm not saying there is no racism in football, or if you want to say this is not football, this is society, this is underground, this is a public transport. So maybe this is not football. Maybe even the people with a Chelsea flag or Chelsea scarf, maybe they don't like even football, or they don't like even Chelsea. I don't know really. But I feel ashamed that being connected with this sad episode that happened, and I have no more words unless you want me to stay here 2 hours repeating the same thing, because my feeling is the feeling of everyone at this club. We feel very, very sorry about it. We want to fight it. We feel ashamed, and we apologize to the gentleman.
David.
Steve, will indeed the gentleman be invited to a Chelsea game? Is that a plan that's already in action?
We're aware of the campaign that was mentioned earlier, and of course we welcome that. I think that shows the true spirit of Chelsea supporters, that they're reaching out in that way to invite him here. I should also say that we are writing to Suleiman and from the club, from the board, and we are inviting him to the return leg against Paris Saint-Germain. We're writing to him to apologise, and we're writing to him to invite both him and his family to come to the game to be our guests, and we obviously hope he'll take up that offer.
And for you or Jose, what has been the reaction of the owner, Mr. Abramovich?
He's disgusted. He's disgusted. We've obviously spoken to him and kept him abreast of what's going on, but his reaction was that he was disgusted. Okay, let's keep moving around the room. Move on onto football if we can.
May I just say, though, Joe said, well said. Thanks.
Thank you.
John Terry's made it clear after the game in Paris that we would like to stay for another year. Now, I know it won't be done with until the summer probably, but how good is it to hear that?
I think everybody wants to stay, and especially him that is here for all his life. I think he accepted our politic of after a certain age to go year after year, season after season, and John accepted that with a smile and accepted that as a challenge, and last season he won the challenge by performing so well and by getting a 1-year extension, and this season is winning the challenge and is winning the right of getting 1 more year extension, which is what the club wants, what John wants, and what is going to happen. I don't think we should now every press conference come with the same question, because what I told is the obvious. Sooner or later he will get the season contract he deserves.
And you're halfway through your deal.
No, I'm different. I have 2 more years of contract. I want to stay. I think the club is happy too. I'm not waiting for offers. I'm not going to give any space for speculation or for interest of other clubs. I want to stay. I don't want to go. I don't need a contract just now. So again, my story is a non-story, because I told from the beginning that I will stay until Mr. Abramovich wants me to stay.
It's funny for me to ask for your opinion on Luis Figo's attempt to become president of FIFA.
I'm proud of him. I know him since he was a kid. I know him since he was a youth player in Sporting when I was there with Mr. Robson, and after that we were united in Barcelona, and finally I was his manager in his last year in Inter Milan. His evolution as a person, his maturity, I'm very proud that a good friend like him reaches this level. And I repeat to you what I told him yesterday. You can win or lose the election. You can win, you can lose. Maybe Mr. Blatter wins the election. But one thing Luis won already, and for sure, which is credibility. And he wins credibility by a very nice campaign he's doing, polite, clean, without being offensive, just showing what he is, showing his passion for the game. So I'm very very proud of him. He won already this credibility as a potential leader of a certain organization in football, FIFA or another. And the election will be just a detail, obviously an important detail, but a detail. But really, I'm very proud of Luis.
Simon, maybe?
So we going back to Sloane Street to buy another pen for John's contract, perhaps
He signed so many contracts that I can give him one of these plastic.
In terms of Burnley, you said 5 players couldn't train ahead of PSG. Is everyone sort of fully fit now?
Yeah. Mikel is still out, and to be fair, I would guess a couple of weeks more, maybe minimum. Apart of that, no problems. The people after the game against Paris, didn't, how do you say, go back to the. This had reincident, no? Not injured again, and
No recurrence.
no recurrence, exactly. Thank you. And Hazard is a lucky boy of not to be injured, which is also important.
Are you worried? I know you spoke about Ed in the wedding, but are you worried that he could get a serious injury if someone doesn't?
Look, during the game, I was aware of the number of fouls. I'm not in the game on the bench counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, but I was aware that every time he had the ball he was surrounded and fouled. I was aware of that, but only on TV I could understand the dimension of the fouls, because some of them were really, really dangerous ones. So lucky kid. I think he deserves luck because he's so fair and so honest that he deserves to be lucky. The same way he was lucky at Stoke, for example. He's lucky, but he deserves that luck.
Is it a worry? Do you think that if something more is done, that perhaps he could come to break his leg?
You know, I hope he's lucky, because I repeat, if somebody deserves luck with that, it's him. He's honest, he's loyal, he doesn't provocate opponents, he plays his game, he enjoys his game. He's not the kind of player that when he's winning, he starts with tricks and provocating people and creating emotional reactions. But in this moment, he's a really difficult player to stop, and I think it in this moment is going over the line. But I'm proud of him by being this kind of honest kid on the pitch, and I leave with the authorities to do something if they feel they have to do.
Okay, we need to wrap up this section if possible. Thanks very much, guys. Can we have cameras off then, and we'll move to the papers? Thank you.